Hi guys, it's Nina from VR Focus. Today at Oculus Connect 5, I tried out Face Your Fears 2, and you guys know how much I hate virtual reality horror games, and this game really got me freaked out. There were 3 games that you could play on the Oculus Quest: Super Hot VR, the tennis tournament game, and then the last is Face Your Fears 2. This was a VR horror game where, first of all, you went in, you chose which character you were, so you could choose male or female. I obviously chose female. And then you went into sort of a haunted forest castle. Now, I had absolutely no idea what the story was or what I was supposed to do, but the objective was to go and find somebody. So you are walking around in this creepy forest. There are crows, it's super dark. I'm asking, where do I go? I'm told I have to go to the mansion. It seems quite normal that you'd have to go to the mansion because there's nowhere else to go. You head over to the gates, you open the gates, and suddenly you find a backpack. You find a pin, click the grip button, and you find out some more information about the pin, basically volunteers for like a camp. And there's a car in the distance with a broken window, lots of crows making really creepy noises. There's fog everywhere, your typical haunted house, castle, terrible Halloween environment. And you slowly move towards the house. You can't open the keys to the house. Now, first of all, going up to the house, there is a crow, and as you take a few steps closer, the music suddenly changes. So no matter what you do, you've already pushed the trigger and the crows come towards you and you try and hit it and there's blood splatters on your screen. You continue walking forward because you're now hearing your friend, who is apparently your sister, you're hearing your little sister scream. So you go over to the big giant haunted house, try to open the door, it doesn't open. There's a light over by the shed, so you head over to the shed, and I was absolutely freaked out. I mean, I was thinking there must be another way to get inside this house. I have absolutely no weapons. No. I tried to like grab some wooden sticks. That didn't really do anything. So yeah, you open the shed and the lights start flickering, and I just started talking to myself when I get really nervous, and I started to hit everything, trying to look for, clearly, a key for the haunted house.
And there's spiders, and there's tons of spiders, and more spiders, and the light flickering,
I mean, it's very clear from a video game development perspective because there's just a little shelf and you open it and inside is the key. But the moment that you pick up the cans, little spiders start appearing all over the floor, all over the front. You can bash them with things to try and kill them. Only the big giant spiders come towards you. The little ones don't actually do anything because your feet don't do anything in VR. Then finally what happens is, as you reach over, you got the key, you fight the spider, you try to go out of the shed. This is just a shed. Somebody knocks the door back and you definitely see a figure, and suddenly the whole shed starts shaking. There's spiders everywhere. You see figures floating about outside the shed. Basically, the image of a hammer appears on the door. So clearly, you know, you have to look around for a hammer. A hammer magically appears when someone tries to open the shed from the back. You pick up the hammer, you open the door, the hammer breaks, so it's a useless piece of weapon, and you finally manage to get out. So now you're absolutely terrified. You've had spiders, you've had crows attack you, you've had weird things appear out of nowhere, and a giant figure that is clearly there but magically can float around really quickly and open and close doors on you. And then there was a very long moment and period where I was at the front door of the mansion. I had the key, put it inside the door opened, and it was just black. I can see the light coming from outside to inside, but that was it. And then my colleague very nicely said to me that, Nina, it's absolutely fine, the demo's over, just walk inside. Now with a VR horror game, you can't close your eyes because it's VR. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll walk in, this is the end of the demo.
I don't want to go in the house.
The demo's over, Nina.
Oh.
There's nothing in the house.
Do you see that one?
Why would you say that?
Walked in and this massive dark figure just comes towards you. This whole thing is all about scare tactics. It's got your usual tripwires that are used in horror films and tropes. And I think if you like horror games that you might enjoy this. There's clearly more of a story to this, finding your little sister, but this was really, really scary as a demo. Trying out this demo on the Oculus Quest, it didn't really fully use the capability of the room. I didn't feel like I was really moving around the room so much compared to if I was, for example, in super hot VR or if you were playing tennis where you are physically moving around a lot more. This was definitely a little bit, I don't know, it wasn't, maybe the idea if you played lots of VR horror games and you're really frightened and scared, you're scared of like loosening your headset because of the wires. Maybe that's why they chose to demo it. Either way, I thought it was quite scary. Using the Oculus Quest on it, I didn't feel like it added so much to the experience as it's supposed to. But the game should be coming out soon, sometime. We didn't get any dates whatsoever, but this was one of the 3 VR games that they demoed over at Oculus Connect 5. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share the video if you want to find out more about what's happening in virtual reality, and I will see you in the next video.